Hello friends, welcome to Akulmach Live, and today we are discussing about how you can actually achieve your goals, and having achieved your goals, how you can actually party harder and celebrate. Before we start discussion on this subject, I must tell you this live stream is sponsored by Myntra. Myntra connections and links are given in the description below. There are some special deals which are available, and if you're looking for special deals, you must check out the Myntra link which is given in the description below. All right, let's move ahead and start our discussion. So, in order to be successful in life, we have to basically have some sort of goal, because if you do not have goal, how will you measure your success and failure against that? So, the first point that we need to discuss is goal setting. In order to achieve, in order to be successful in life, you must have a proper goal setting methodologies. And goal can be anything. So first of all, before you set up your goal, you must know whether these goals are achievable or not achievable. I mean, you can plan things which are beyond you, beyond your capability, or probably will take a lot of time for you to achieve. Because if something is huge, very far-fetched, and the goal has been set up in such a way that it will take a couple of years for you to reach, provided you do everything like a cookie cutter, like a clockwork, and then you will achieve your goal, then it will take a lot of time. So I'm not saying anything wrong in doing that, but if you have a high goal, then high goal will take a lot of time. So the technique for setting up a higher goal, people always say that set up a higher goal so that you can achieve something small. I'm saying that to achieve the higher goal, you need to break down that goal into multiple goals, and each goal setting has to be done not more than 6 months. In order to suppose your goal of becoming vice president in a company, that is a goal which will take about 3 to 4 years. Then you must break down that major goal, plan that how you are going to achieve this goal of yours to become a vice president or a president in a company, what steps you would need to take, what different milestones you need to cross. Please plan it out and then convert them, all the milestones, into mini goals or sub goals. And then one by one start crossing those milestones. So start achieving those mini goals, so that after 3 to 4 years you will achieve your ultimate goal of becoming a president of the company or a CEO of the company. So that is the way of doing things. So that is why it is important to have proper technique of goal settings. Or if you don't have such high goals, you can actually forget about setting up a long-term goal. Look at only short-term goals. So if you have a very short-term goal that you can achieve in 6 months, do that. Set that up as a goal, and then work towards achieving that goal. Do all those things which are required to achieve that goal. For example, if you want to basically cross a course, if you are a student, you want to basically prepare for your final exams. So preparing your final exam is a goal. Preparing and scoring 100% is another goal. So now you know your goal is achieving 100% marks in your examination. What you need to do to achieve 100% marks? Of course, you need to answer all the questions which will come in order to achieve 100% goal or above 90% goal marks. You need to know all the answers of the question paper. In order to know the answers of all the questions which may come in your question paper, you need to know the entire curriculum, because the question can come from anywhere. And therefore, to achieve that goal of scoring above 90% marks, you need to start preparing. That means you need to start studying today. And if you do not study today, you will not know most of the answers which will come in your test. So I think that is the goal. If you set up the goal properly and realistically, your goal setting is realistic, and then you can work backwards of planning things, so that you have planned for everything. If you're a student, then you must plan how do you cover the entire curriculum so that you can achieve more than 90%. If you're a professional, then you need to set up a goal that you want to basically write a book, for example. Then what it takes to write a book, you need to plan all those things. How many chapters would be there in a book? What subject would you cover each chapter? You basically make an index of things, or sort of a preface of the book. Then start expanding on chapter by chapter by chapter. And then even for setting up a goal, you need to also set up a time limit for each chapter. Say you can say that, okay, I'll take 1 week to finish one chapter. So you finish all the chapters, and then you keep 1 month for basically doing proofreading, which will basically erase all the errors, and also you get a chance to review the entire book once you've written it, so that you can achieve your goal in the minimum set of time. So goal setting is an art, and if you do things on ad hoc basis, then things will be very tough. You can set up a goal. Now setting up a goal can be a time bound thing. It can also be an ongoing thing. For example, you want to basically make 3 customer calls every day. So it's a goal, it's a daily goal. So without goal, your life cannot feel very successful. I mean, if you don't have a goal, whether it is a goal which you have set up for yourself, or it's a time bound goal, or it's a daily goal, you must have a goal in order to be successful. And if you have a goal, then your life will be much easier, because you know exactly what you need to do. Your to-do list will be ready. And once you achieve that goal, then you have to basically look at once you have set up the goal, you have to look at the setting up of the execution plan. And as I said that, goal setting is easy part. But then once you start executing and start taking the baby steps towards achieving that goal, then your endurance, your seriousness, and how much enthusiasm you have to do those things will actually start revealing. Now, essentially what happens is that when you're working on your execution plan, or actually working on achieving towards goal, you will actually get misled on the way. So you can see the path in front of you, but then many things will happen which will distract you. So there has to be a provision. Your plan must have a provision that even if you get distracted, there is a provision for distraction, and your seriousness, your enthusiasm must be able to bring you back on the path after some deviation here and there. So if you have a very tight plan, if your goal setting has been done in such a way that there is no elbow room and leg room, then you will miss out your deadline. So you have to be realistic, and you must plan that there will be some distractions along the way, and you are able to handle those distractions. That means your goal setting should not be very tightly planned. If the goal setting is very tightly planned, you will come under a lot of pressure. So therefore, the execution may not be very smooth if your goal is very tightly planned. So make sure that you set up a goal, give sufficient time. I'm not saying that you give a lot of time, because if you give a lot of time, the goal may be totally irrelevant once you achieve it, because market would have moved. For example, if you're setting up goal to achieve 90% marks in your school, you have to do it in stipulated time of few months. But if you do it beyond 12 months, it's of no meaning, because your preparation is not complete and your examinations are staring at you. So you're not fully prepared. So make sure that your goals are very realistic. At the same time, your execution must have provisions for leg room and elbow room, so that there could be some party, there could be some celebrations at home. You must find time for those activities. After little distraction, you should be able to steer back to your path of achieving your goal. So that is very important, and this is something where most people actually do not exert. I mean, you set up a goal and then you say very enthusiastically that this is the goal that I will achieve, come what may, I have the capability, but you don't plan things to achieve the goal. And that is why even after setting up the goal, people get misled and lose enthusiasm after a few months, and they let go the goals. So the goal will never be achieved, even though it has been set up. So setting up goal and also coming up with a plan how you are going to achieve that goal, both are same name of same side of the coin. Basically, both are essential. Setting up the goal and also how you're going to achieve that goal in that stipulated time, what bottlenecks you will have to cross in order to achieve that goal, what stumbling block you will face, and what kind of external factors which will affect you. It could be some sort of ailment. I mean, you are out of action for a week, So if you do not have a very strict if you have a very strict plan, then you will suffer actually in achieving your goal. However, if you have already figured out what are the eventualities, then it will be a lot easier for you to achieve the goal, walk towards the success. And once you achieve the success, then after that you must give a gap. Why gap? Because you need to be able to celebrate that success. So the mantra is not to keep working every time. I mean, if you keep finishing your goal, just wait for some time, give it a little break in your life, go on a holiday, go on a vacation, travel to some place, and then after that, set up a new goal. Because that time will be utilized for celebrating your success. And therefore, in your life journey, you can actually plan your entire life by setting up different goals in your life, and then you can actually go ahead and also celebrate. Now, once it comes to celebration, different people have different desires. They have different parameters for celebrations. Some people like to just have a cozy walk in the jungle, so that they are free from all this so much work they have done. They want to just free up their mind. They want to enjoy the solitude. Some people want to basically not enjoy solitude. They want to call all their friends, throw a party, make a lot of noise. Some people want to take a vacation. They would like to use a time where they are this complete timeout. They leave their mobiles behind. They leave laptops. They don't access their emails. They just simply go out, cut from the daily routine for 2 weeks out on a vacation. So some people like to do some youth tourism activities for celebrating. They like to go hang gliding. They would like to do para jumping, all those kind of things. So each person has a different way of celebrations. But celebration, the point is that your victory dance is very, very important. Once you achieve your goal, you must celebrate. Whether you celebrate with friends or in solitude or only with family or go and watch a movie, that's up to you. But you must plan your celebrations. Without celebrations, and if you start another goal, there will be a lot of hangover, because celebration basically break your routine and make your mind free from what you have achieved so far. It is not that you're just going to forget everything. You're going to retain. Your mind is quite resilient. It will retain a lot of this stuff that you have done, and that will be very handy in your next goal. However, you must give a gap, and it's very, very important to give a gap so that your mind can be fresh for the next goal setting. So these are certain things which are important, friends, in our day-to-day life. Set up the goal, execute the goal in a very realistic manner, execute the process so that you can achieve the goal. If your goals are not realistic, your goal is very far off, then there is a chance of getting deviated along the way. So make sure that your goals are not very far, very far from today. Not more than 6 months, because those goals are basically sort of dreams. So if you have a goal, make sure that your goal is not more than 6 months. It should not take more than 6 to 7 months to achieve. Once you have a goal in mind, make sure that you have figured out what is the execution plan, how you're going to execute all steps so that you can achieve your goal. And then after you achieve the goal, make sure that you celebrate. So friends, I'd like to know your thoughts, your comments on this subject. And thanks for watching. I will catch you again in the next one.